They'll drop the throw. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A second night, taking it right down Broadway. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll set up a throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Goodwin. That one goes for 24 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. This is Breida. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. They run for it with Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Throwing left side, it's complete. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and forward.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And on the ground they go with the running back. Fights loose. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And no! It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jaguars are going to take possession. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 23 yards on the play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff looking right. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says He has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
He'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. He'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 27. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And they'll run it here. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, 90.
Looking to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. San Francisco gets set to go here. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen, you'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, here we go. Blue,
They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions.
The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Chiefs are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this...
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed and the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now McKinnon spins away, and he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Goodwin. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, creates a penalty.
And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. McKinnon.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They're going to look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Looking deep downfield. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Big hold to the 30. And all the way up to the 35-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Dante Fowler in on the stop. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's James. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe. A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people who want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, The end result can be a big, big play.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Here again is McKinnon. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. They'll look to throw now on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McKinnon. Across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They run it with McKinnon. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Matthews. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Now let's go. Blue line.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll drop to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot up,
And San Francisco gets set to go here. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw now on first down. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throw left side complete. It's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Here's McKinnon. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
3-19.
They'll set up a throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. As his guys are in for...
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go.
On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
3 down. Here we go now. Green.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Man open, it's Goodwin. Past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
All right, here we go.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I.
319.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best
Trouble keeping up with the Joneses? It's the coach. This is Madden 19.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The numbers on the ground for McKinnon last week. 15 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run. That's two really good stops in a row, back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively, and now they've earned the right to rush the passer on third down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively, they're going to have to do something else because the run game at least. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And they'll go with a ground attack here. He's got room to run past the 20. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back to throw here. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still first down.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. He was a third-round pick, not rounds 1 or 2, but this franchise, they think he can be something with time.
There were a few teams that thought he would go in the first round, late in the first round. He ends up sliding to the third. So a lot of teams think now maybe this group got a steal. They've got a chance to have a really good player here.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for the Niners. 58 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's no quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game at the end. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. 3rd down here. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league. But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
A dump down to McKinnon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. Oh, eluding the tackle. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. San Francisco gets set to go here. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. He sets to fire and got his man complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Still... They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his first touchdown. Try and start this drive in the air. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And this return is going to be halted right around the 20. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, 57 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not every chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now they try the right side here. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. His throw incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Set, blue 90, blue 90.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Here we go now. Please.
They run once more with McKinnon. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Jerick McKinnon. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. First man through, it's the fullback Juszczyk. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And they'll run it here. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points.
you